Okay, on this day in history, we passed the 21st Amendment in 1933, which reversed the 18th Amendment, which was the alcohol prohibition. Do you believe this country tried to legally mandate no alcohol? Didn't work out very well. All right, Brian Thompson, the CEO, gunned down outside a New York hotel early yesterday morning, and I'm going to do a separate Facebook Live about it. I simply want to say this. This is obviously a hit from somebody who was pissed off at United Healthcare. And did you know that Brian Thompson, 50 years old, CEO, how big of a SOB do you have to be to become the CEO of United Healthcare? And guess what else? He was under investigation for insider trading. This guy was a schmuck. This is going to be interesting if they catch this guy and we find out the story behind it. The shell casings left had deny, defend, delay. That's the 3 Ds that insurance companies do. And his estranged wife, he was separated from her, says he was getting threats regarding insurance bills not being paid. I have health insurance with United Healthcare. I'm going to share more at Facebook Live. All right, Tucker Carlson is in Moscow to interview the Russian foreign minister, and his whole focus and point is trying to bring light to try to avoid World War III. Go Tucker, go. Joe Rogan, how bad was the Tim Walz selection by Kamala Harris? So bad that Joe Rogan says when he heard about Walz's military lies is what caused him to meddle in the presidential election. Otherwise, he would never did. Kamala Harris sank for a lot of reasons. One of those reasons was the decision to pick Tim Walz. Sleepy Joe fell asleep in Angola. What would you expect? Pete Hegseth's claim he's going to fight on. However, he did cancel some meetings with some senators. We'll see what happens. You know, Donald Trump said he was not backing off Matt Gaetz before Matt Gaetz resigned. I predict that Hegseth is going to have to let it go. French government in turmoil. No confidence vote on the prime minister on the heels of this coming weekend's Notre Dame reopening. All right, lots of appointments by Trump. Frank Bisagano, Social Security. Kelly Loeffler, SBA. Billy Long, IRS. Jared Eichmann, NASA, he's an astronaut. And I guarantee you this is one that Elon Musk is involved in. Peter Navarro, Trade. Daniel Driscoll, head of the Army. William McGinley, who's going to be White House counsel, is now going to be counsel to Doge. David Warrington, White House counsel. Monica Crowley, Assistant Secretary of State, and she's going to be in charge of putting together our 250th celebration and a history celebration. Paul Atkins, SEC, he accepted it. Gail Slater, Assistant Attorney General, Antitrust. Michael Faulkner, Deputy Treasury Secretary. Blue Cross and Blue Shield says they're not going to pay for anesthesia for certain surgeries. I swear to goodness. Detroit Mayor Mike Dugan is going to run for governor of Michigan as an independent. Mexico made their largest bust yet of fentanyl. Imagine that. Trump is going to be honored tonight at Fox Nation for Patriot of the Year. And Adam Gray won the last House call. It's now going to be 220 to 214. He beat a Republican incumbent in California. And 21 of Soros' prosecutors got to be bye-bye this last election. Do not be a craven, fly-bitten prig. Be an oracle. Coming up next, local news. All right, here we go with local news. Guess what? The woman up in Springfield, she pled guilty. She did eat a cat. How do you like that? Them cat eaters. Anthony Procadino, the principal at Scott High School that's beer bonging with some girls underage at his house, went to court yesterday. I did not check to see what he did. I'm sure he pled not guilty. Serena Owen. This woman here gets elected to the city of Ellesmere, and guess what? She just doesn't show up for the job. I'm going to do a Facebook Live on it. Cincy Public Schools closed today because of the cold. Do you believe it, folks? It's not down into the teens. This is insane. Unbelievable. Perfect North Slopes opened up yesterday. I have taken my kids there, but I have never gone. But it's just another great thing about the greater Cincinnati area that we even have, even though it's mild hills, we even have snow skiing in the Cincinnati area. Coming up next, Jamie Spindley in his World News.
Hello again. Let's see what's going on in the world news. Today's latest headlines. German authorities launched a major operation against the human smuggling ring, moving migrants to the UK via France. Over 500 officers conducted raids in North Rhine. The network is accused of using unsafe inflatable boats to smuggle people from the Middle East and East Africa. A massive money laundering scheme linked to the UK crimes gang and a Moscow-based network has been uncovered by the National Crime Agency. The operation converted drug profits into untraceable cryptocurrency for a fee. Investigators revealed it was also used by Russian authorities to fund espionage, marking the biggest crackdown on money laundering in a decade. In other news, Brian Thompson, the CEO of United Healthcare, was shot near a Manhattan Hilton hotel yesterday. Police are using facial recognition and a discarded phone to track the attacker, who fled without stealing anything. Investigators suspect the killing was planned. And the UN Human Rights Committee has demanded Venezuela protects the voting tallies from July's presidential election. These records detailing results from each polling station are at the center of disputes over the election's outcome. You're up to date on the world news. Coming up next, Sports Without Boundaries. But I just want to say for the record, those who are interested, I beat Eric today 2-0 in chess. He's on a losing streak yet again. Cheerio.
All right, here we go with Sports Without Boundaries. Creighton upset #1 Kansas. UK fans, you see, it happens to everybody. Duke 84, Auburn 78. Alabama beat North Carolina. Trevor Lawrence has got to have surgery, probably out for the rest of the year. Evan McPherson, the Bengals, the kicker, who's been missing lately, groin injury. You ever notice that when a team starts losing, more people get hurt? Joe Burrow bought a $3 million Batmobile. Folks, I'm not excited. There's something, the Bengals, this is going to be a Joey Votto deal, I'm telling you. And Major League Baseball is coming up with this stupid idea of a golden bat that once a game, any hitter that you choose can go up and bat for any other hitter one time. They don't have to come out of the game. So like Ohtani would get an extra bat every game. It's the most stupid, absurd thing in the world. One of the great things about baseball is it's purist. It's just different than the other sports. And that, therefore, makes it better. For example, umpires call balls and strikes, calls whether you're out or not, and whether it's foul or not, all subject to replay except balls and strikes. Unlike football, where referees meddle in the entire game. Leave baseball alone. Coming up next, pop culture. All right, here we go with pop culture. Also, we do a little science here, right? Apparently, scientists claim, astronomers and the like, that Mars is pulling Earth a little closer to the sun, causing it to get warmer. What do you think of that, folks? Kevin Costner apparently met Sharon Stone at some function. They were Googling at each other, exchanged phone numbers, and look out. Kevin Costner, Sharon Stone. That's a couple. Charlemagne went on The View and said, why you fear Trump so much? I mean, this guy's 50-50, you know, but I love the fact that he called him out. Sarah Silverman, I mean, she was one of the worst, right? She says she's not going to talk about politics anymore. She said, nobody cares what celebrities say in politics. Sarah has a brain. LeBron James Media Company lost $30 million. I got to get him the Butcher of Pakistan story. Vitamin C, high doses of it, doubled the lifespan of those with pancreatic cancer. I take a lot of vitamin C. Take it before you get pancreatic cancer. Nuclear war. The best states or the worst states to be in if there was a nuclear war. Kentucky isn't all that bad. Ohio isn't all that bad. You can see, though, the bad spots. The places they take out are the major cities, but really, they take out our nuclear capability. Ex-wife, this is a funny story, okay? Somebody on Fox News, I'm assuming they were joking, made a comment that Hexeth, with all those ex-wives, most people understand that ex-wives don't like you, so it'll all be okay. I thought it was funny. All right, this is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. Have a great day.